Welcome to the first session on Angular unit testing. What I have here on my screen is a newly created Angular project, nothing else. I just did ng-new unit test demo and this scaffolding is automatically being created. Throughout this series of videos, we are going to mainly focus on this type of files. I meant on each component creation you will see this kind of code created for you already, that this sample setup is already done, but I don't want you to look at this code and confuse yourself. So let me put this aside for a while. So let me just delete it. I can put it back from my trash later. So I just have no test cases right now. So let's first understand how does the unit testing works. So in the Angular project, by default, Angular comes bundled with Karma as a test runner and Jasmine as a assertion library. So Jasmine is the library for that will enable you to write your test cases that you need to know. So let's dive deeper into these two items later. Let's try to do our first test case in Angular. So let me first simply create a class that will have a my hyphen foo dot class dot ts, and for the same file I'm going to create a spec.ts file that is going to be consist of test cases. So let me first simply write a simple function that will take two numbers and add and return the result value. Sorry to go back here, add numbers. I know this is a very simple function, so I just want you to understand with very basic examples, guys. So in the spec.ts file, the first thing that we need to do is to import this function to this file. This is what we wanted to test. So how do you look at the structure of a specs file? This spec file or a unit test file will have series of unit test cases in them, and for you to figure out when you need to group those test cases into different suites or different buckets. So to do that, the very first function that will help you is the describe function. This describe function will take two arguments. One is the name or identifier or description that we call. The first argument could be the description. So test my foo class. So what I am referring is a file name or a parent, a group name I should say. So we are going to write few series of functions, but these series of functions are part of my foo class. So what I am doing here is testing my foo class with the test cases in them. So here I am going to give the spec definition function. So this is the function that is going to be executed when it is supposed to test this suit. So now let me create my first test case. How do you create a first test case is that calling an it function. This it function will again take two or three arguments, and third argument is optional. You can set out a timeout, but usually it is fine to go with two arguments. So first is the expectations. What is your expectation test case that you are going to write there? The add number function should add two numbers. That's the expectation. That's how the function was written. I miss the arrow here. So now if I am calling add number, so let me create a constant value is equals to add number. The add number is expecting for you to pass two numbers, and the return statement, the function has a return statement of a plus b. So in the spec.ts file we sent 3, 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. So what would be the value of this variable? It could be 7. it is 7, it should be 7. So I need to say expect, this is the assertion method, value, I'm expecting this value to be 7. Here the IntelliSense has given us lot of options. So these options are the methods to assert the value that is expected in this one. So you could say it should be this, or it should be close to some number, or it should be defined, or it should be false or falsy. So we have numerous comparison methods here. So we can expect with these functions. We can validate the expectation with these methods. So for now I'm using to be 7. So let me go ahead and run the ngtest command here. What ngtest is doing is that compiling the Angular project and finds the spec.ts files and run them in a sequence. And if the test expectation is satisfied, the test case will pass. If all the test cases inside the suits are passed, the suit will also be passing. So if not, the suit will fail and the particular test cases will fail. So Karma has opened, test my foo class, add number function is successful. What if I am expecting 6? This is a wrong expectation, I know. I just wanted, to be sure that it's working fine. Yes, it is working fine. The actual result of this function is 7, and what is we are expecting is 6. So to pass it back, here is how we correct test cases. Okay, fine, this is simple enough. So there is a class, I'm testing it and it is passing. What is the deal with the app component.test file? Yeah, I put back the app component spec.ts file. Let me first tell you how you should look at a spec.ts file. You should look at a spec.ts file as bunch of import statements and bunch of functions. That's it. So you have a describe function called describe, which is accepting 2 parameters, and a function called it, which is again accepting bunch of parameters. Once you're through with that, next thing that you need to understand is this test bed and its configuration. Okay, why do you need the test bed configuration? Test bed configuration will give you an isolated module with all the component dependencies and will enable you to test the component in an isolated environment, because you don't want any other test case results to be affecting the current test case. So the testing is isolated to test each of the chunk of your component in an isolated environment with a reset state of that particular component. Now let us understand a test case. First, you create an init function with first parameter of the description or the expectation of that test case, and a function that is consist of 3 sets: the arrange, the action, and the assertion. You arrange things in order and you perform an action and you assert the result out of it. So this is the composition of a test case.